3 of the ZBK podcast. I'm Chris here with Josh and AJ. How are we doing today, gents?
Good.
Doing good.
It's been a long time
It's
without
been
you.
a whole
Thank
year,
you.
guys. It's been a whole
Yeah, I haven't
year.
seen you since last year.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
It's been 2 weeks since we recorded a podcast. If you missed us, drop a like, subscribe. If you haven't missed us, please still drop a like and subscribe. It'll really help us get a long way.
Yeah, please keep hate watching.
Yeah, hate watches our podcast. But it's been 2 weeks. We went through Christmas, went through the New Year. You guys have a good holiday season.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yes, we
good.
did.
Good, man. Good. It's been a good 2 weeks. All right, let's jump in. Highlights of the week, as we always do it. Josh, why don't you kick us off with your highlight of the week?
My highlight of the week is Chelsea winning games and not losing games and winning 4-0 against Preston, because that is a highlight for me, because if you saw the first half of that game, it was not looking like we were doing anything.
It was
So
0-0, wasn't it?
We'll take a 4-0 win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But we did not look good. So I think Pochettino started slapping people. That's my highlight.
AJ, what's your highlight of the week? You have a
what do
low
we
light?
have? Yeah, sure. Literally, the stat of 80 or 48 shots on goal and 0 goals at home. That is absolutely atrocious. That's a low light for me.
How many games has it been? Like is it 3 games? Last 3 games at home? Or last 2?
Last 2 games at home.
48 shots, no goals. Way to go,
48
Arsenal.
shots, no goals. I guess the highlight is that the Bucks won the division in spite of themselves, but they still made it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
So.
that's true. We barely beat the Panthers. That was my highlight of the week too. We didn't do much to win the division because our division sucks. But hey, at least we won the division this year with a winning record. We finished 9-8 on the year compared to 7 and did we finish 7-9 last year?
No, 8
Or
9.
8-9 last year, yeah.
But
We won the division. It wasn't a very ugly game, and now we're watching the Dolphins hopefully win their division. That game is, what is it, 14-7 at halftime?
14-7.
Yeah.
14-7. So we'll keep updates on that game as it goes along. But those are our highlights of the week real quick today. We'll jump right into our in general segment. NFL Week 18, the last week of the regular season. It's been a quick season, man. I feel like these seasons go by like in a snap always.
For sure.
It's a little bit.
Today we had some important games. Well, the Saturday and Sunday we had some important games. The Texans beat the Colts 23-19 to clinch the division. CJ Stroud, a rookie year, wins the division. It should hopefully boost him to offensive rookie of the year. In the AFC, I don't see anybody else that would beat him to it. But what are your guys' thoughts?
Oh yeah, wait.
Isn't
yeah,
it?
It's divisional, right?
Is it conference based? AJ is rookie there conference based?
No.
If not, then Puka's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. But
that's not true. They like quarterbacks.
Yeah, but Puka's got the record
Puka
now.
I know
Puka just broke records
Yeah.
for receptions and yards.
But CJ Stroud led the Texans to beating the Colts. I mean, AJ talked at dinner tonight. AJ, why don't you go ahead and just give the viewers your little vent on the whole running back situation.
Why is Goodson in? Why is the third string running back in on the last play of, like, technically could be the last play of your game? Like,
yeah,
I get Jonathan Taylor was like in and out of the game, but Zach Moss was also available. Why is Zach Moss not in the game? I don't get it. Like, and it just pissed me off when Troy was like, "Oh, Gardner Minshew just really left. That was a bad throw. He really left that ball out there." I was like, "You're on drugs, Troy." Yeah, of course it wasn't placed right on his numbers, but there's no dude behind him, and it hit his hands, and he's a pro, and it's week 18. Like,
you gotta catch that.
Jonathan Taylor did everything he could that game, bro.
I know.
He almost had 200 yards.
Yeah, I don't know. He had a heel injury, I think, so he was up and down. But good for the Texans winning that game, winning the division and making the playoffs. The other Saturday game, the Ravens and the Steelers. The Steelers beat the Ravens 17-10.
Yeah.
The Steelers are now 7-1 against the Ravens in the last 4 years. So
yeah,
maybe
but I mean,
kind of meaningless. I mean, I can't believe
Yeah.
he's not Lamar is not playing.
yeah.
And like, And like I think everybody collectively looked at that game and was like, "Yeah, of course Pittsburgh's gonna win. Baltimore's not playing anybody."
Mhm.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. A lot of people that I like in my pick'em league picked the Ravens. Like
Really?
I think it was almost 50-50 Ravens Steelers.
Mm.
Like me.
So yeah, Josh picked the Ravens because he couldn't pick the Steelers. He said, I
Uh,
will not he said what'd you say? I will not pick the Steelers. They've let me down too many times this year.
yeah. Out of
So
Yeah.
spite, to be honest. How about that Giants pick though, huh? I stand alone.
That was a good pick.
you
I should
pick
have picked.
this guy literally goes, I was like, Josh, do you pick him? He goes, all right, I'm just gonna pick all underdogs this week. He literally picked half underdogs this week. So of course
That
he
was a
gets the
pick,
win.
bro.
There's a
That was
great
a pick,
pick.
bro. I
Yeah,
mean, I didn't do anything with
let's
that.
talk about that though. AJ, I know you're a partial Eagles fan when
Yeah.
it's not when the Bucks are not in. Um, Josh our texted earlier, the Eagles are frauds. Uh,
Yeah, they're frauds, dude.
but
Yeah,
There's
thank
there's
you.
no there's
Thank you.
no there's no doubt in my mind. Are you serious right now? Look at the run of they're looking like Arsenal Football Club out here. That's what
Mm,
they're looking
mm,
like.
yeah.
They
Maybe
just
maybe
like
AJ supporting this team is the problem.
both teams, yeah.
Everything he
uh
likes.
So what
they
they've
do
lost
not
one,
look
two,
good. They just
three,
like
four, five. They lost five of their last six games
their last win was against the Giants at home. That
on
was like
Christmas, and
kind
they
on
barely won
Christmas.
that
That was
game.
kind of shaky. Then you go to lose the Cardinals at home and an active tank job, and then you lose the Giants away when the Giants really aren't playing for anything. Like
Yeah,
you were gonna lose the division either way. So like I don't know. Like it's tough to say like you sit Jalen Hurts in that game or do you not? Clearly they did because I'm pretty sure I saw the end of it and Marcus Mariota was playing. So
I wouldn't be
clearly,
surprised because Jalen Hurts got injured in that game, anyways.
yeah.
Yeah, Mariota
Uh
played. Yeah, he played a lot in
it's
that game.
not looking good. The one caveat is that you get a Bucks team
Who also
that
aren't great right now.
yeah, a Bucks team that just beat the one of the worst teams, the worst team in the league, only 9-0.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. No touchdowns.
yeah, no
Not even
touchdowns.
close to a touchdown either. Let's talk about that one.
We had a we
No,
Trey Palmer should have caught that. That would have been a touchdown.
yeah. But even then, like we didn't get ourselves in any good of positions to score touchdowns properly.
Um,
Just a bad
you
game.
take that's the only bright side you're looking at if you're an Eagles fan.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm worried about him. I'm not gonna lie. Like obviously, I'm rooting for the Bucks over the Eagles all day,
Hmm.
but like it's gonna be a game of like who cannot piss themselves the most.
Is it the end of a
Like,
dynasty, bro?
So true, honestly.
uh,
Who's gonna make the least amount of mistakes on Monday Night Football next week? And we'll see.
yeah.
Let's move on from that game. Let's see any other implication games. Oh, the Titans and the Jaguars.
Hmm.
Titans beat the
So
Jaguars 28-20. Yeah, AJ, hop back on the soapbox, bro, because we had that conversation
we had
earlier
that
too.
conversation too.
Go ahead.
I
Game on
am
the
I
line.
am tired of OCs overthinking fourth and shorts with games on the line. Why why as an OC are you not calling an option boot? What is your problem? Why are you not telling your quarterback you have two options? You have a guy in the flat, you have a guy middle deep, and you have your legs. If you do not see either of those two guys open, take off. You will probably get the yards. I do not understand why we're sitting in the pocket for God knows how long and throwing a duck.
Yeah.
So
So
what I'm hearing is AJ's going to be the OC for Tampa Bay next season because because this guy's just a brilliant mastermind.
I'm not a
Which
brilliant
He
mastermind, but
figured it
I
out.
just
He figured it out.
it just baffles me that these guys have higher paying like jobs and like got there and I was like and I can sit here and be like, well yeah, call the smart play. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a lot of overthinking. So I understand on their part why they think that's a good play or why they think it's
Hmm.
the greatest the play for that situation.
Yeah.
But
Another thing, Trevor Lawrence, the face of their franchise, apparently, couldn't get it done multiple occasions. Granted, their defense couldn't stop a running back if their life depended on it. Derrick Henry ran for 153 yards in his last game as a Titan today.
he had two touchdowns too, right?
He had one. Tajay
Uh,
Spears had 2 touchdowns on the ground, or one in the air, one on the ground today. But I mean, if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence hasn't been great this season, and like this dude. How tall is he? He's like 6'6".
yeah,
He had
he's
to
like
get
6'6", 6'5".
he had to get 1 yard on a QB sneak to score a game-winning touchdown or game-tying touchdown. He could not get 1 yard. So I like
That one was a little close though.
what do
That
you do?
one,
What do you do as a Jaguar with Trevor? How do you if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan? How do you feel about Trevor Lawrence right now?
you're not turning your back on him.
What?
You're not sorry. You're not turning your back on him. I I think he's warranted and he's done enough to where you know you can probably still get a good good. This year is pretty hard for him though.
Mhm.
I'll give him the injury, like playing through injury excuse right now because he did and he was kind of a bonehead. When quarterbacks do that, they're kind of being boneheads because sometimes they're hurting their team more than they're
Yeah.
helping them because they're basically just a liability back there. And there's like 3 games this season where I could tell you Trevor Lawrence was a liability back there
Hmm.
with a shoulder injury. So
Yeah. I mean,
I'll give him that. I'll give him that excuse and I'll give him that I think I think Doug Peterson probably can still get another good season out of him. I think he really likes him as a quarterback. I think they like each other.
yeah. He's not bad. I just don't. You got to get it done. If you're a number 1 draft pick, you got to get it done. Let's move on to the end of the Bill Belichick era in New England.
We will
Ended it.
see.
It ended the exact. If it's over, it ended the exact way I think everybody expected to. A disgustingly snowy game, gross, ugly, and they lose. They lost 17-3 to the Trevor Siemian Jets. But yeah, I have no words for this Bill Belichick era, man. The end of it. If it's over in New England, he did great with Tom Brady, and then he really fell off after that. I don't know. That's hard for me to. I just don't like Bill Belichick, so I hope he gets a job somewhere else, but I hope that team also fails miserably. Um, Lions beat the Vikings 30-20. Lions clinch the 3 seed. They get a home playoff game next week. They'll be hosting Matthew Stafford and the Rams. The Golden Child comes home. How do you think Lions fans feel about Matthew Stafford and the Rams coming to town?
I think they feel a little conflicted. I
Nervous.
Yeah, they feel a little nervous because they know that guy and they know that guy will absolutely want to play out to
Uh-huh.
beat even if he loses the next round, he wants to beat the Detroit Lions. But
Oh
Yeah,
man,
to be fair, this is like the first home playoff game Detroit has hosted since like 93.
yeah.
So
This is
I
the first.
don't the atmosphere there might be insane.
Yeah,
Like
I hope it is. The Rams are one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. They've won one,
hmm
two, three, four, six, 7 of their
they're
last
kind of
8 games.
they're kind of sleepers, bro. They're
a little
kind of
bit.
I feel like
They
they're
kind of like
underlooked a little
snuck
bit.
they kind of snuck in like and clinched
Yeah,
early.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they beat
I
the
don't know.
49ers today, 21-20.
They did.
Mhm.
So
Another Josh pick there.
did he throw another pick? That's huge.
Mm-mm.
No, like another pick.
Oh, I thought you meant another Josh Allen pick. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
But
2 interceptions already. Yeah.
yeah, the Rams. I think the Rams, if they can beat the
I hope the Rams
Lions,
beat him.
if the Rams beat the
I hate
Lions,
the
I think they have
Lions.
a good shot at going all
Why?
the way.
Is it because
I
it's the
thought,
Cowboys
yeah.
game?
I hate Dan
Should have
Campbell,
just
bro.
kicked the extra point, Dan.
I hate
Gosh.
Dan. Dan's such a freaking airhead.
Honestly, he's an
He's
airhead
funny. I
today
like
too
that
because they
guy.
just lost Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They
Yeah.
played Sam Laporta today. They played all their
They
starters
played
today.
starters today, yeah. Sam Laporta has a hyperextended knee and a bone bruise, so he's gonna miss multiple weeks. So look, that's who
That's
Dan Campbell is,
crazy.
bro. He's a hothead. He's
That's
like he's
crazy.
a meathead
Yeah.
sometimes. He just does what he wants to do, and a lot of times it doesn't work out.
Well, well,
Um, last couple of games here that are important. I think this one's important just because it's funny for me because I can't stand Arthur Smith and the Falcons. The
the
Saints blew
Saints.
the Saints blew them out 48
Yeah.
to 17 today.
Is that really important?
Yes, because the highlight of the game is Jameis Winston being Jameis Winston. It's the last play of the game. Dennis Allen calls a QB kneel to end the game, and Jameis goes, "Nah, fam, we're running the ball. We're scoring another touchdown." And they scored a touchdown and ran the score up and pissed off every Falcons fan ever. So it's just Jameis being Jameis for me, and I hate on Jameis a lot, but these are the moments that I just have to look back and laugh because I'm like, at least he didn't do this for my team. So it's like the
You know,
suitcase moment.
I was having a conversation. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was like, you know who a player that reminds me of Jameis? Justin Fields. Justin Fields and Jameis are like the same type of talent. Like where like they make really good plays and like you want
Careful,
like if
bro.
yeah, no,
You're
I
talking
know.
to a big
Do
Justin
you
Fields
yeah,
fan right here.
do you want Glazer? Do you want Justin Fields Glazer? They make really good plays on certain occasions and you love them, but then they make the worst decision ever to exist in
I
the game.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. You're probably spot on with that comparison. Last other game, Cowboys beat the Commanders 38-10. Not surprising. They win the division, not the Eagles. So now your playoff bracket after week 18 looks like, I don't know if it's on ESPN yet. But it's the winner of Miami Buffalo. If Miami wins, they play Buffalo again at home. We get a rematch of this week's games. If Buffalo wins, Miami goes to Kansas City, and Buffalo hosts Pittsburgh, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Um, that's crazy to me. And then
I don't understand how that works. How are we going to play them again?
because it's seeding, you're
Because
literally the same.
seeding, you
Because
literally
they'll,
just
yeah,
you guys what is it? They'll just be the seed that you are or
yeah.
like
So,
that.
so what'll happen is if you guys win, you'll say the 2 seed, and then Buffalo will drop to the 7 seed if they lose this game today, because Pittsburgh
Mhm.
has a conference record better than Buffalo does.
Yeah.
So Buffalo will be a 7 seed, and then we have Houston versus Cleveland in the AFC to round it off. And then in the NFC, it's Dallas versus Green Bay. Mike McCarthy's old team, they get to play each other. We talked about Lions, Rams, and then you got Bucks, Eagles in Tampa. Damaged Eagles team comes up against a hopefully motivated Bucks team and hopefully a healthy Baker Mayfield. As much as I like Baker frustrates me during the games, he's certainly better than our other quarterback options. So I hope he's healthy and can play on Monday night. So I know AG, you and I will probably get to go to that game hopefully. So
Uh,
we'll hope for a good game.
we will hope for a
Bro,
good
can
game.
I just say something? Like this is my first year watching probably the most football I've ever watched in my life. Not probably.
It is.
I I don't know if it's because my favorite sport is soccer. So like Champions League, for example, um, the group drawings is random, but I
Hmm.
really am not a fan of these divisions that are set for life, to be honest, because I think it's dumb that every year someone like I don't know, let's see the Ravens. The
The
Ravens are in
Bucks.
the garbage. Yeah, like looking at the Bucks, like that's such a garbage like group that you guys have. And then I don't know. I
Just
feel
so
like it'd be way more entertaining and interesting if it was
it's just like
randomized every year.
No, it's just like Man City getting a crap group every year, bro.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's your
But
comparison.
I'm just saying, as far as entertainment goes, it would be way more entertaining if every year teams were just drawn into random different group brackets.
That
But
would
then
be
I also understand
crazy.
I understand why they don't want to do that
Yeah.
because you could have a group where it's the Cowboys, Eagles, Niners, and
Group of
like
death. Group of
Chiefs,
death, bro.
Dolphins.
That'd be
But
so
but
fun though.
but like am I like weird for thinking like why wouldn't that be a topic?
You're not weird for thinking that. I think this is
You're not
Because
just
weird
it's
for
just
thinking that. It's just the thing that like I don't think American sports have
well,
really
it's like the
yeah.
NBA divisions
caught
don't
on
change
to.
ever. NHL division,
Yeah.
it's an American
Uh-huh.
thing where divisions
Yeah.
don't change.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
it should.
technically, yeah.
Maybe it
You know
should.
what? That'd be
Because
fun.
you know what would be really entertaining is a group of death where teams actually have to play their heart out like every single week.
What do you
But
mean?
I don't know.
The Bucks had to sweat their butts off to win this division this
Hot
year.
take. Yeah, that's the most garbage division ever, bro.
Hey,
Division is
at
garbage.
least we had some winning
Oh
record
my
teams this year.
goodness.
That's what matters.
I think the worst division winner, Josh, was like 6-6 or 6-9-1. I think that might be the worst division winner.
Yeah.
I'll fact check
I don't
that.
know. Hot
Yeah.
take maybe, but that's my
Hold on,
opinion.
I'll look it up as well. I think it's the
That is my opinion.
Chargers.
Worst record for a division winner ever. The 2010 Seattle Seahawks were 7-9.
Like the Chiefs were not that great this season, man. They really
Yeah.
weren't. And they're like guaranteed to make the playoffs every year. That's all I'm saying. Like, come on, man.
I guess.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
accurate.
Anyways, let's talk about some soccer.
All right, well, Josh got a snack in the process of the last time you saw us 5 seconds ago, your time, 2 minutes ago, our
Yeah.
time. But the FA Cup recap. There are still more games this week to be
Yeah.
played, as in so you'll see that you guys will see this on Thursday. So we're recording this Sunday night. So still to play is Monday, Wigan versus Manchester United. Tuesday, I thought there were games, but there's not games. There are games on Wednesday, like recap games and stuff like that.
Everton Crystal Palace, just one game.
No, there's games on Tuesday too. That's
Yeah.
actually a week away. Yeah, the Everton Crystal Palace, Wolves, Brentford, East Leigh versus Newport, Bristol Rovers versus Norwich, and Birmingham Hull City. I thought those were this week, but I was wrong. This week is the EFL Cup semifinal first leg between Middlesbrough and Chelsea and Liverpool and Fulham. But FA Cup this weekend, we've had some great
Yeah.
games. Had some great games, had some bad games. Let's start with the first game.
Let's just pull the band-aid off City, bro. City won. Shocker.
Well, who
Bro,
did
we weren't even gonna talk about City.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna pull that bet. That wasn't carried.
Well, congrats. Who they beat?
They beat
Freaking Bristol
Huddersfield.
Rovers.
They
Oh,
beat
my bad.
Huddersfield.
Don't disrespect Huddersfield, bro.
Huddersfield was in the Premier League 3 years ago or four
Yeah,
years
three
ago.
Yeah.
years ago. Now they're what, in
Oh
League
no,
Two?
longer than that, but yeah.
Look, okay,
Yeah.
so
Now rip off the real band-aid here.
now here's the real Band-Aid. Kevin De Bruyne is back.
No.
Yep.
I am
Buenos is back.
Yep.
the entire world is shaking because Kevin De Bruyne is back. He was on the pitch for 17 minutes today and got an assist to Doku on an amazing goal. So City are getting healthy, man. This is the time of the year where they get hot and they don't stop. So we're in for a great finish of the Premier League, hopefully. Honestly, at this rate, don't give a crap who wins the Premier League. It's look, as a United fan, here's the problem. If Liverpool win the
Well,
league this year, they beat United's like number of winning the titles. I think they'll
and
get
to
their
think
20th.
and
Yeah,
to think a couple weeks ago United were in hopes of being in contention.
You know what
yeah.
Eric said? Eric
Yeah,
said
Eric said
they're in
today.
two comps. They're in two
Yeah, they were like
comps.
they asked they had like well, so how does it feel? You only have one trophy to fight for in the FA Cup. He goes, no, we're still in the Premier League. We have two titles to fight for. And I was like, I leaned on the engineer and I was like, bro, please stop. You're literally feeding them fuel and memes. Please stop.
You guys are
But
too memeable now.
we are.
Yeah.
Look, here's the problem: is if Liverpool win, they overtake us for most Premier Leagues win. They'll have 20. If Man
Yeah, but like legit Premier
but
Leagues.
if Man City win, they'll win the four-peat, and nobody's ever won a four-peat before. So it's a lose-lose for United fans. So I don't care who wins. Maybe Aston Villa win and screw them all.
We have
Tottenham beat.
Arsenal win.
No, that's not happening. Have you seen your
We only
phones?
have we only have like three, bro.
Um,
Spurs are gonna win it all.
Spurs
Spurs ain't
beat.
gonna win a trophy at
Yeah,
all.
no, they're not. Spurs beat Burnley this week in the
Burnley.
Premier League.
No,
Or in
that
FA
was an
Cup,
FA.
yeah, FA Cup. Pedro
That was
Porro with
Pedro
a
Porro.
disgusting goal. Fulham beat Rotherham, big whoop-de-doo. Brentford tied Wolves 1-1. They'll have a replay in a week. Those are all the important from that
Leeds
day.
beat Peterborough.
Did you see that goal by Bamford, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Newcastle beat Sunderland in their derby. Okay, I
Hey,
have a
wait.
question. I have a question about that derby real
Mm,
quick. Okay, so the game was at Sunderland, the Stadium of Light. If you're a
yeah.
rival team, are you putting so if you're Sunderland, like Sunderland put Newcastle colors and quotes on the away side in like a
hmm
little bar for them. Like
Yeah.
no rival team does that, right? Am I
No.
mistaken? Because that they did that, and I was like, bro, what Sunderland, what are we doing here? Like,
Well,
why are we hyping up Newcastle? You're supposed to hate them.
Hmm.
I mean,
I don't
clearly
know.
they very took it to heart. Or like Newcastle really shoved it in their face.
Yeah, as expected though. It's
Uh,
Newcastle, they lost seven
Yeah.
of eight, but that's a game they're going to tune up on.
yeah.
FA games kind of went
Yeah.
as they should have. The only real game that was gonna be a game, but really wasn't, I guess, is the Arsenal Liverpool game, which is
Already put
terrible
up
for
another stinker.
Arsenal because now they just continue to lose 3 in a row, and they drew They drew last time they saw Liverpool. Their last one was against
And then we
Brighton,
play 'em in
December 17th.
3 weeks.
Yeah, so not a great record, but I mean, other than that, FA went as FA should go, as long as Manchester United do not lose to Wigan,
Yeah.
which would be bad.
That's very possible.
Wrexham upset Shrewsbury today, actually.
Is that really an
Shrew-
upset?
yes.
You
you
know,
guys-
you could tell me that, and I would think
You'd
that's an
never
upset.
know, but
Yeah.
Shrewsbury are a League One team.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
explain to
I thought
me
they were
how this
like two.
works in the
Mhm.
FA? Because I forget that you can
Anybody
actually
can draw
draw
anybody.
games.
Anybody, yeah. So you can draw, but you would play a replay. So all those games are on
You have to
replays.
replay again.
At
You
a
have to
certain
play it
like
again.
so certain rounds. I think this is like the third or fourth round, but up until like the seventh round, you can draw and have replays.
So these teams that draw are going to play each other again.
Yes, they'll play each other,
Yes.
but they'll
That's
flip
kind of
home
weird.
games. So
Yeah.
Luton tied Bolton
Mm.
today, but the replay Bolton will be the home team, and
So
Luton
what
will be
happens if
away.
they draw again? They can't
They,
draw
they
that
go
game?
they go to pens.
They go to
Okay.
pens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you
That's-
can't draw the replay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so
Cool.
we had that. Actually, Egypt played a friendly today, guys. Did you know that? Mo Salah played today in a friendly for Egypt.
Yeah, I know. I'm so glad that guy's gone, bro.
Yeah, he's gone for a month.
Yeah,
so
well, that's
we
really it, right?
play Wigan tomorrow. I told AJ at dinner time, I was like, bro, we're gonna win this game, and then we're gonna lose our next game in the Premier League. We're gonna get smoked by Tottenham next week when we play this
Yeah, you
weekend when
will.
we play them.
I think
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But this is huge, bro, because you know why? Because if you lose and we win, we'll be
jump-
right
you'll
next,
jump
but
up.
table
Ninth,
buddies.
Yeah.
Table buddies again, bro.
Table buddies.
Josh, how you feeling about your Carabao semifinal midweek?
Yeah,
Bro.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm trembling. I'm
Middlesbrough.
shaking in my boots.
Hey, the last time that United played with Middlesbrough in a knockout game, there was no VAR, and the guy literally grabbed the ball,
Yeah, you
put it down,
slapped the ball
and
down on the
yeah,
ground.
and there's no handball call, bro. I was pissed.
Well, let me tell you, man. I don't know. I could go on a whole spiel about where my
Yeah.
team is right now, but this isn't
Yeah.
a Chelsea podcast.
I'm
But
I'm asking
I
you
will
how
say-
how you feel about the game.
Go
bro.
ahead.
That's
Go ahead,
all.
bro. We got time. Go ahead on your
I,
soapbox.
f- I think that we're in the best spot we've been in
Mhm.
because we actually have won 3 games in a row for the first time this whole season.
You won
No,
5 home
not
games
this whole
in a row.
season. Not this whole season. But we're in a good run of form right now.
Mhm.
In games that we should be winning, like Crystal Palace and Luton and Preston.
Mhm.
So, you know, I think we should be able to beat Middlesbrough. But
Mhm.
you know, they're a championship team and they're actually not doing too bad in the championship.
You have you get 2 legs though. So
Yeah, they're in 12th in the championship though.
Yeah, okay, well,
They're on
they
great
were a little
form.
higher. They were a little higher though.
Yeah,
they're in the playoff last year, and that's probably
yeah, they were.
that Preston game, I didn't get to watch it, but I watched like kind of highlights. And in that first half, we did not look very convincing against a team that isn't good. And the problem with us is Nkunku is now injured, so
Again.
we don't really have him now again.
And Lavia, right?
Nico
Yeah.
Jackson is in AFCON, so we only have Broya to really rely on up top.
Mm.
He scored a header, which is a good header, but it's against Preston.
Josh, how do you feel? Like we
He
all know
was
you don't like.
hyped.
We know
He
you
was-
don't like Broya, but
he was hyped after scoring that, bro.
Yeah.
well, he's a championship level
I-
player, so he should be hyped.
Nah.
Yeah. I saw people say, "Oh yeah, Broya does good against championships teams because that's his
That's where
level."
you belong.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. This is my problem, man, because like I don't know what we see in him, to be honest. Let me look at this Preston match. My only hope, I mean, not really only hope, he should be able to do good against his opposition because they're his level. I really don't think he's that great of a player, but he has good hold up play, I guess.
Not really.
He plays more like a
More like a traditional
natural
9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Than Nico does.
Highlights of my team, Gusto is looking really good. I'm so glad that was probably one of my favorite buys we made. Super smart buy. We've been playing
Team
Alfie
certainly-
Gilchrist.
Dude, that kid
Gilchrist-
looks fun, bro.
Right back. Cobham graduate 20 years of age. I saw a meme and it's spot on. Is
Chelsea through and
he came on and he did that crazy challenge, kind of a lot of fans liked.
Mhm.
And then I saw a comparison of when Jose Mourinho had Mikel right next to him, Essien, and
Yeah.
he's like talking to him. It's like same vibes. And honestly, I just like that because he's just like a fighter, you know. So
Mhm.
he'll probably get minutes. The problem is, so like we just really, I mean, we scored 4 goals, but I don't know, man. I just hopefully Broya makes me eat my words. I hope he makes me eat my words, man.
Or
There's no
or
really
or do you
point.
or do you just buy a striker in January since
No,
we're in the transfer
this
window?
is yeah, this is what I've been seeing, man. We're apparently talking a lot to Osimhen right now to get kind of like a similar situation to what we did with Nkunku and get like a pre
Yeah, buy him now and
agreement
yeah.
Yeah.
basically. The thing is, there's no really point for us to go spend 100 million pounds on someone like what's his name, Tony,
Yeah, Ivan
um,
Toney.
I don't
because
think anybody's buying him
Nobody
this
because
should.
window.
you look at where we're at in the table right now, and sixth place I think is something that is achievable for us,
Mhm.
and we're focused on these tournaments that we're still in, the cups that we're still in. And I just don't think it would be wise for us to go spend all that money right now. But if we can get an agreement set up with Osimhen and have him come in next season, then that'd be great. And I think it would be ideal to have that sealed now in January because goodness gracious, who knows where we're going to be by the end of the season. So let's trap this guy into a into a contract now before who knows what the result is. But yeah, that's my I don't know. I don't want to keep going on about Chelsea, but yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, sixth place achievable for you guys, I think still. You're only six
I think
points off. You're
yeah, I
only
was
six
gonna say
points off.
Europe is still in play. Whether
Yeah.
that be Conference League or Europa is still in play.
Yeah, we're also in places to do it. So
Mm.
um
Mhm.
I, there's not much else in the soccer world right now. Premier League is there hasn't been a
Yeah.
lot over the last 2 weeks.
Liverpool are, I think, really showing us so
Favorites.
that they're a good team right now, and
Yeah.
they're
It's
at a good
unfortunate.
spot in the table. And as far as Prem games go, they beat Newcastle 4-2, and they're
Yeah,
looking really good right now.
they got
And
a
I don't like
game.
that.
They got a whole game advantage on Villa. They're 3 points ahead of Villa. Man City
Yeah,
do have a game in hand though this week against them. So
yeah. So
Man
though,
City could
even then,
close the
it's a two
gap.
point.
It's a 2 point gap, yeah.
Uh,
Arsenal are a 5 point gap. So our Liverpool in a really good place, and it sucks to say, but I mean Jurgen Klopp, man, after last season, the whole debacle with him last season, he's shown why he's still a world-class manager, I think.
Mhm.
Doing it the
I
way
think
he
it's
has.
crazy that his freaking summer buys actually worked out for him. Like nobody else buys freaking
Endo,
dirt cheap players, and then of course they work out for him.
yeah.
It's crazy because they're also a team that's gone under the radar. They haven't lost a league game since September 30th.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who did they lose that game to?
Spurs.
Oh,
Spurs.
that's right. That was the
The
controversy game.
the offside goal.
Yeah, that was the controversy
They
game
had
with the
two red cards in that game, and
Yeah,
yeah.
they
since
did.
then they've been in great form. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah,
That's the prem for us. I mean, busy holiday season with soccer, but we're going into the second half of the season. But let's transition to our next segment right now. All right, it's 2024, everybody. Happy New Year. If you haven't heard it
New
from
Year.
somebody, let me tell you, Happy New Year. Hopefully someone told you Happy New Year because by the time you see this, it will be like a week and a half into the new year. So if you don't know anybody that told you Happy New Year, get new friends. So what we're gonna do for the new year is we are gonna
You didn't
do.
tell us Happy New Year.
You're right, because I went to bed.
Yeah, you didn't tell us Happy
I
New
went to
Year.
bed.
That was a little
I
rude.
told you
And
Happy New Year the next
this is
day.
the last
Yeah, you
episode of
did.
the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually breaking up now. Now, so we're gonna do our bold predictions for the year. We're gonna go through the three sports we talk about the most. Um, and we'll just give our bold prediction for this calendar year. If you got one of you guys want to start, we'll start with we'll start with the NFL. Um, your bold prediction for 2024 in the
Like
NFL?
like the 2024
Anything?
season or like
No,
the postseason?
this calendar year. Anything
Yeah.
that can happen between now and 2024 or
Yeah,
2025,
so the 2024-25 season.
technically. Yeah. Like it
It's
could
gonna
be
go
like
into
some
that.
it could be something that happens like
AJ, you're
in
making
this
this way more
postseason.
I'm
complicated.
not making it more
Here, let me
complicated.
tell
This
you.
is
Let me
Go
tell you
ahead.
mine.
Okay, go
All right,
ahead.
go
Mine.
ahead.
Goodness
Go ahead.
gracious. My bold prediction is that the Miami Dolphins are gonna make a Super Bowl.
No, shocker.
That is a bold prediction at the rate that this is going right now, so I respect it. All right, yeah.
Uh,
Anything that can happen this postseason, the offseason, or in the beginning of next season.
my bold prediction is that I think the Cowboys are gonna make a NFC Championship game.
That is bold considering they don't do that very often.
Yeah. I think they'll make it.
My bold prediction comes. I'm actually going to do something that happens next year. I think. Gosh, this is so hard to say because it doesn't happen ever. But I think we'll see someone who's not in the playoffs this year make a deep Super Bowl run.
Yeah. I think it's
So-
going to be the Cleveland Browns.
someone
There's
who's-
my bold prediction.
Well, they
They're
didn't
in the
make they're in the
playoffs.
playoffs this year. I think we're going to see someone who's didn't make it this year, but they got a ton of room to work with. I'm not
The
saying Chicago.
Cardinals.
I'm not saying Chicago.
Panthers.
Cardinals.
Yeah,
They
The
could.
Carolina Panthers.
Hey,
the
it
Panthers
is-
can't do crap, bro. They have no picks. They have no set.
You know what?
Yeah.
Arizona hasn't looked terrible.
No,
That's
they
what I'm
haven't.
saying. Arizona's not a bad pick to say that.
They lost by
for.
1 point. They lost by 1 point.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just
No,
think
my-
I think we'll see someone that's not in the playoffs this year, next year, make the playoffs and make a good run.
My bold prediction is that Joe Flacco is going to take the
The starting quarterback job.
Cleveland to a championship.
All right.
That's gonna be a tough one.
NFL bold predictions done. The NBA bold predictions in the NBA.
Okay. I actually have.
Are you ready?
This is not bias,
Mhm.
but the
The
Clippers are going
championship?
to. The Clippers are going. No, listen. Shut up. The Clippers are going to make a crazy run and be fully healthy and make it to the NBA finals. I'm not going to say they win the finals, but I say they make it to the finals.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they were gonna make a crazy run, stay healthy, and still miss the playoffs.
Nah, actually, that's crazy. Now, my prediction is that we actually win the division.
That's a good
We
prediction.
get first
I like
place.
that. I like that.
Okay.
All right, Jay, what's your bold prediction?
My NBA prediction is that the Detroit Pistons
Never win a game again.
will win.
playoffs.
No.
Yeah, right. They can't even do that.
We'll win. What are they sitting at right now?
3-30 probably.
They will win double-digit games this season.
That's fair.
They will win at least 10 games.
They're 3-33. 3-33.
They will win 10 games.
All right. I like that.
Or
Yeah.
I will say that they'll make the playoffs. Actually, you know, scratch that. My real bold prediction is that I think the Magic will go to a conference final.
Yeah. And we're talking
Is
about NBA right now, but I just watched Deontay Hardy take a 95-yard punt return for a touchdown. So the game is tied 14-14 now. My bold prediction, I actually have a couple NBA bold predictions. One, these Sixers don't make a deep run in the playoffs and Joel Embiid requests a trade.
I
to
don't
the
know if that's
West.
bold, Chris.
I think it's bold.
I don't think that's bold.
I think that's bold. I think it's bold.
I don't see
Bro,
world.
we don't do it every year. We don't make a deep playoff run
Yeah, but
every
this is
year.
your year. This is your year. You're supposed to. I think if you don't, Joel wants out. He does
Every
he pulls
year
the
is
James
the year
Harden.
we're supposed to.
My other one is Golden State misses the playoffs and blow it up.
That's
Curry-
also
like,
not.
Clay gone, Draymond gone, and I
It's-
think there's a look. Steve Kerr's a great coach, but I think there's a possibility if they don't make the playoffs that Steve Kerr
It's
could
time
be
to
fired.
go.
He
Dude,
could
Time
be
to
fired.
go.
people
Curry
were-
doesn't believe
people
in it
were-
anymore.
People were pissed at him the other
Well,
night.
Kuminga,
for-
bro. Kuminga's-
Yeah, because the cum bucket. There
Yeah.
he did not play he did not play him. Like he played him over who did he play over? Andrew Wiggins. He played Andrew
Yeah.
Wiggins over Jonathan
And
Kuminga.
Steph even said he didn't say, but he said
yeah,
that he should have played.
dude.
Yeah.
It's getting. I feel like it's getting stale now, man. Like Steve Kerr's been the coach been there for so long.
The Magic has gone
Magic
away,
have a
bro.
playoff run.
No, gosh, no.
They're going on a deep play. Look at them. They're good.
Yeah, they're the
Oh,
4 seed
gosh.
right now, man. All right, there's your bold predictions for the NBA. Soccer bold predictions for 2024, and yeah,
Oh, wait,
obviously,
you know
in
what?
Oh,
Boston,
there's
Run it
Euros,
back.
right?
Run it back.
running
Run it
back,
back.
up?
running back. Okay, go ahead.
My bold prediction for Rookie of the Year is Jaime Jaquez Jr.
I don't. That is bold, but I can get behind it.
He might.
All right,
When-
sorry.
It's
probably gonna
Let's
be-
go- Let's go
when-
back.
It's
Wemby's
definitely gonna be
Let's go back.
freaking Wemby though. What
Wemby's not gonna win it, bro.
do you
Nah,
mean?
what-
Not on that Spurs team. The Spurs team plays against Wemby, bro.
Do you see AJ? Have you seen the memes where like Wemby has a real opportunity to pull Donovan Mitchell, where like what the rookie hoodie because
Yeah.
that whole
My favorite
win Rookie of the year.
is Wemby wide open, Sochan with the ball. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Miles Morales, bro.
Real poor Wimby
All
though,
right,
man.
run it back to soccer.
Soccer.
Soccer bowl prediction of the year. Anybody want to start?
Yeah, Kai Havertz is gonna be a leading goal scorer for Arsenal FC.
He probably is. He's looking like it right
By
now.
the end of this season or next season's?
End of this season, bro. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, you guys go.
EG?
The Euros are this year, right?
Yeah.
I might make a prediction on who's gonna win the Euros.
All right, go ahead. Make it. Make your bold prediction on who wins the Euros.
I think Portugal wins the Euros.
Wow.
So boring.
Cristiano in his last run, he just makes the
He's
predictions.
gonna be petty, Josh. You know he is. Is that boring?
So boring.
Okay, my bad. Italy's gonna win and miss the World Cup again. Is that bold enough for you?
No, that's normal.
Don't be silly, bro. Don't be silly.
If you want to make a Euros
Sorry,
prediction,
Hungary is
yeah,
winning
give me
the Euro.
give me
Supposedly,
Hungary.
I
the
actually don't hate
Bosnians-
Portugal. I don't like the
Yeah.
Portugal pick. I just said it's boring because it's like I don't think that's really bold.
Is
think
it?
they-
Okay, so what if I said Germany? Because Germany was the other team I was.
Yeah, Germany. That
That's a
would be
bold prediction. Yeah,
I think
like that.
well, they're hosting.
Doesn't matter. So did Africa, South Africa, bro.
Okay, they won a game.
Yo,
That was more than what people predicted.
True.
You want my bold prediction?
Yeah, what's your bold
Yeah,
prediction
sure.
for 2024
For the Euro?
soccer year? Okay.
Oh,
Are we
for
doing
the
Euros
Euro.
prediction?
Oh.
Are we doing the Euros?
Is Scott McTominay gonna get the golden boot in the Euro, bro?
He probably will. That's I don't know if
probably
that's a
will.
bold prediction.
He probably
Super
will.
Scott.
Okay.
By the way.
Let's talk actually here. Being
Give,
serious.
give me your Euro prediction. AJ, who are you taking for real quick? Who are you taking for the Euros
To
this
win?
year? Yeah, why not? Early predictions. This is
Um,
January. Euros are in the summer. Let's make our early predictions. AJ, who are you taking officially?
Who am I taking officially?
Yeah.
That's tough. Ah,
That is
I
tough,
don't
man.
hate you taking Portugal actually.
Nah, I probably would pick Portugal too, to be honest. But I think
Ronaldo's gonna be a
This
salty
year-
little rat
That's
because he
so
wants to get another petty trophy over.
this year I take
Messi.
England, bro. I think England get it done.
Yeah. They finally
think
bring it
so?
home. Finally
Yeah,
bring
I
a
think
trophy
they get it
home.
done. As long as
Yeah, but that means Gareth Southgate stays around,
Well,
bro.
okay,
Who
well,
cares?
I'm
We're
just
not
saying.
English.
I'm
You
just
know,
saying.
but like
I think he
we
gets it
like
done.
after you the US, who do we like?
Portugal.
Yeah, okay.
This is
Argentina?
why this is
Yeah,
this is
okay.
why they get it.
Freaking Mauricio
this-
DePaul still has a spot on the team. I don't know how.
I think talent wise, England have the best squad in the Euros. I don't know if that's a bold take.
100%. They have the best
But-
player in the world. They have the best player
That's
in
not
the
a bold
world on their
statement. They have
team.
Jude.
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 They have the
As
best
long
player in
as
the
Gareth
world.
Southgate doesn't do some absolute disgusting squad selections, like I don't know if that's done already, but they
No,
just
it's
have
not.
good team
No,
and they
it's
have
not.
and they have good depth, bro. They have really good depth.
Ooh, really, is it a bold prediction to say Marcus Rashford won't make the Euro?
It could be.
Won't.
That is bold actually. Because Gareth Southgate sucks that guy more
Really?
than
Yeah,
he
he
sucks
really
at
likes
anybody
him.
else.
Harry
Is it really?
Maguire.
That might be. Yeah. No, Harry will go. Are you serious? Like,
Yeah, you
Harry
kidding me?
Maguire is gonna
Gareth Southgate
gonna
is
win
nothing without him.
yeah.
MVP.
His MVP.
Player of the tournament.
All right, now actually talking here, Prem.
And it can be anything, bro. It can be anything. Because my bold prediction is not in the Prem.
It could be any league. I think Barcelona
Win that Champions League.
win the Champions League.
My bold prediction is that Girona win the La Liga for the first time since
I like that.
1862.
That's a good.
I
That's a good
freaking
pick.
like that. My bold prediction is that Harry Kane wins his first major trophy in the Champions League with Bayern Munich.
But
Because
you
they're
think
not-
they win
I don't. I
champs?
think they're gonna win the
You guys want
Champions
to
League.
make a you guys want to make a Bayern Champions League prediction?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bayern Munich win the Champions League. I put my money on Bayern Munich win the Champions League. It's
Absolutely not.
Thomas Tuchel's at the wheel, bro. This is
Absolutely
competition. This is
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell you what. This is bold, bro. This
What do
is
you-
absolute. This is
Is there-
so bold.
Tell
Arsenal,
me.
Arsenal are
Real
winning
Madrid.
the Champions League.
You know what? I was gonna say the same thing.
I'm being serious,
All
bro.
right.
I'm being serious.
It's like, it's weirdly it could happen. I don't know why.
It would be weird, but I think you're not wrong.
Honestly, it would shut up all the haters. Like, I'm tired of like, oh, you have no class, you have no place in Europe or whatever.
You don't
Fine.
as of right now.
So
But I don't know. Besides Arsenal, you really think Arsenal or our front or could win it, Josh?
they're
I
they're
think
sleep.
they
We
could.
just we can't
Yeah,
play
I
can't play Bayern. That's the only thing. We just
I
can't
th-
play Bayern.
I think they really could, but If I'm being
realistically.
honest, I think that like a sleeper pick, I think that Atletico might do pretty good. Um, as far as like no one really is looking at them
Yeah,
because Morata is actually playing good
class.
And
Nah.
Griezmann is good,
Hmm.
and they actually have between Griezmann and Morata. Well, Morata has 12 goals. Griezmann has 11. That's a lot for their front line for a very
For
defensive minded
Atletico,
team.
yeah,
Nah.
So I don't know. I think they'd be a sleeper pick.
that's
Who
fair.
do I think is probably going to win? Probably. Jeez, I don't know. I think it's pretty balanced this year.
Yeah, and
But
the draws aren't that bad for the knockouts either. I mean,
this
obviously,
is
besides
probably
Man City getting Copenhagen.
yeah. Man City could just make a run though because you wrote in your notes prediction for whatever top scorer. It's gonna
Yeah.
be Erling because De Bruyne is back, and I don't forget the freaking service that guy gives to that man.
Oh, I
It's
know,
ridiculous.
I know. So that'll transition us perfectly into our final segment of the day. Again, it's January. It's the final 4 months of the Premier League, 5 months of the Premier League. Right now, the table, obviously, we talked about it's Liverpool, Aston Villa, Man City, Arsenal, and then Spurs. And then I believe West Ham's in sixth, followed by Brighton in seventh, Manchester United in eighth, Newcastle in ninth, Chelsea in 10th, Wolves in 11th. And that's where I actually have to look at the table because I don't know who's after Wolves in 11th. Bournemouth in 12th, Fulham in 13th, Palace in 14th, Nottingham in 15th, Brentford in 16th, Everton 17th, Luton in 18th, Burnley in 19th, Sheffield in 20th. Looking back at our predictions, we've been off on a lot of things this season. So at the end of the Premier League, we'll go back and recap our predictions that we had at the beginning of the year, and we will
Oh
compare
my
them to what
goodness.
actually happened this season.
I can't believe I picked freaking United to win the Premier League.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
know why.
honestly out of
I don't know
spite.
why you did that.
That was out of spite though.
Yeah, it
Um,
was.
that's fair.
I didn't even pick us to win the league, bro.
Yeah. All right, so here's what we're getting to the end of the Carabao Cup. So we have Middlesbrough, Chelsea, Liverpool, Fulham. We have full pressing into the FA Cup, and then the big stretches of the Premier League and the Champions League begin. We just did our Champions League predictions, so we don't have to talk about that in the here. But let's just talk about this. We have 5 months left in the Premier League. Who is your January prediction to win the league? It's not easy.
You know
No,
what?
it's not.
Just gonna stick to my guns. It's
Stick
gonna
to him, bro.
take. Just gonna. It's gonna take us. You know what? I'm gonna take us. I know we're in bad form, but I'm gonna be delusional. All right.
That's
This is
fine.
Okay.
this is the this is the AJB delusional.
You're allowed to be. This is the ZBK podcast. You're
Yeah,
allowed to
this
be
is the
delusional
AJB
here.
delusional. I don't care what AFT media says, and I don't care what Twitter tells me on my timeline.
AFTV is
I know.
awful, bro.
I know that we can do it.
And
We
that's what
just need to
matters.
win a game, and we can do it.
This is
Yeah.
guy smoking. My prediction is that United are going to make a push.
Well, yeah, because Eric said they're in two comps.
Yeah, what are we? We're 30,
If I'm being honest,
31 points. We're 14 points off the top. Yeah,
I
right.
think that it's a Liverpool season.
Yeah,
That's
but no
fair.
Mo. No
It
Mo.
hurts to
No
say.
mo for a month. It's not that that's not that long. It's only a
It
month.
hurts to say.
You never
I don't
know.
know, man. I right now it's kind of hard to say, but again, this is when we're going to start seeing teams separate,
Yeah.
and I think City's probably going to win it again, dude.
Yeah, that's probably
They're just
true.
That's my pick.
Yeah, that's
they're
your
That's my
just
pick.
pick.
too good, man.
Like this is
They're
the time
just
of
too
year where
good.
We
this time
we
of year.
cannot replace him.
Yeah,
Cannot
you
replace
knew
him.
then you replaced him with a freaking robot, man. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I
then
think
no,
Man City win the league. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't. This is where they get hot again. As good as Liverpool and Aston Villa have been, I think they'll cool off a bit. I think Man City just pick up the scraps and go win the league.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So with the Prem, who do you think will finish as top scorer? Right now, it's obviously Erling Haaland's at the top still, with 14 goals. Mo Salah also has 14 goals. Solanke has 12 goals. Heung-min Son has 12 goals. Jared Bowen with 11, and
Erling, bro.
He Chen Huang with 10. Who do you think
Erling's
finishes a
winning.
top scorer?
Erling, and it's not even close, bro.
If you're talking realistic, it's probably gonna be Erling and Mo tied, shared Golden Boot winner.
No.
Okay.
But I can see Solanke
Yeah, I want
winning it.
Solanke. I want
Yeah,
Solanke. I want Solanke to win it so
he
bad.
could
Oh,
win
come
it.
on.
What
Look,
about
okay,
Isak
Dude,
Balsek is
I'm
winning
telling
it?
you right now. Look, you guys can
My
come
bad.
back to this.
Isak
You
Balsek
guys,
is winning. Yeah,
as
I
soon as
understand. Freaking Erling is
as
coming
soon as he
back,
comes
and
back healthy, as soon as he comes back healthy, and they have a
he's scoring a
fully
hat trick in his
fit,
first game.
as soon as they have a fully fit team and they start racking up results, bro, this guy's number is gonna jump so drastically. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Unless he has some kind of bad injury that sets him back again, then go ahead and take your fantasy of Solanke, bro.
you really don't think Mo could tie him and be a joint
I think it's
Golden Boot with
possible.
him?
Mo will finish second, but I don't know, man.
I think it's possible. But Mo, if
I
Erling comes
think
back,
Raheem Sterling scores a hat trick in every game for the
Cole
rest
Palmer,
of the
bro.
season.
Cole
Yeah,
Palmer's up
Cole
there.
Palmer.
He's 8. Look, with Mo
Yeah.
Salah missing a month, if Erling comes back right now, Erling will have a really good chance at winning it. But
Yeah.
Solanke's not going anywhere either. So, and he's got 12 goals. So
Raheem said he was going to be the top scorer for Chelsea, bro. Cole Palmer got signed in freaking, and then is beating him. Nico Jackson has more goals than freaking Raheem Sterling. It's almost fell. All right, what's the next question, bro?
All right,
Papa sister.
Carabao winner.
Mhm.
Who out of the 4 teams left? We got Middlesbrough versus Chelsea, Liverpool versus Fulham. Who wins the
Come on,
Carabao
bro.
Cup?
Liverpool.
Come on, bro. Don't be asking me silly questions, man.
Loser pool, because that's
Get
what they
this,
care about.
get this guy off. Get this guy off the pod, bro. Don't be silly, man. We're gonna show up. I know we are.
I agree. I have Chelsea winning the whole thing.
I think this Middlesbrough game is gonna be harder for us than the Liverpool game is. Hot take.
We will see.
Well, it's because
I
you
think
have
I
to go to
think
Middlesbrough. When you play Liverpool at Wembley, it's a neutral stadium.
you know it'd be funny if Liverpool just was like United last season and we're like, yes, we won the Carabao Cup, and then
Looks like we're playing Kansas right now as we speak.
yeah.
I don't know, man. If we can hopefully not have any terrible injuries to set us back, and we can have as healthy as a squad that we can have with our key players, I don't think it's going to be a guaranteed Liverpool win, even though they are a better team than us right now. We just strangely just are able to play better against better opposition.
Yeah.
Like don't forget that City game.
No.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, I know. You've drawn a lot of good teams this season.
and if it goes to pens, I'm backing us
Sure,
100%.
you have Cole Palmer, baby.
And we
Yeah,
have
but then you have
Petrovic in goal, and
yeah,
Petrovic is a good pen stopper, bro.
he's better than Rob Sanchez. What a
Everybody's better than
upgrade.
Rob
What a
Sanchez.
upgrade for Chelsea.
Thank goodness Rob Sanchez got injured, because if Rob Sanchez never got injured, we'd probably still be starting him.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't save a rock.
Sure. All right, your final prediction is the FA Cup winner. I know it's early. We still have a bunch of teams left. But who right now do you think will win the FA Cup? We've had a couple of big teams get knocked out.
Let's see, man. I think what I don't know. You want me to be just an idiot, bro? I think we win both our comps, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Give
You know
me
why? Because it's all we have to play for.
That's fair.
give me United.
Wow. Which one?
Manchester.
Just kidding. There's only one United. Frick you, Newcastle.
Manchester.
I don't know. I don't see us winning it, but I think it'd be cool if we get easy draws like we tend to in these competitions.
I think you could. You always go far in the comp for some
Probably
reason.
Liverpool, man.
Yeah.
Klopp will pull something out of his butt. We'll get a Liverpool Man City
always
final.
just
Yeah.
City just don't care too much about it. They care about the league.
That's because Pep doesn't
Right.
care about winning tiny trophies.
Yeah, he doesn't
bro.
care about FA Cup
He doesn't
anymore.
have room in his shelf for tiny trophies. Only big.
I'll never
trophies.
forget when like they played like Watford in the final and dropped like 8 goals.
Yeah, the worst FA Cup final ever. Oh my gosh, that's fine. All right, so Man City are probably gonna win the FA Cup, is what I'm hearing. Or
No.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
So Josh thinks
Chelsea are winning.
selfishly
Mark my
Chelsea
words.
win us both.
I'm gonna
We'll
stick
clip
with
this.
my United, my Manchester United.
Clip this.
FA Cup
This
winning.
guy's funny, bro. This guy's funny.
Look, I'm a
Sometimes
Manchester
I'm
United
like, oh,
fan,
yeah.
and I can't even support AG's
This
theory of
guy's
Manchester
hilarious,
United winning
bro.
the
This
FA
guy's
Cup.
hilarious. This guy's hilarious, bro. Have you watched the Manchester United game recently?
Yeah, watch
Listen,
tomorrow. Watch
they're just
tomorrow.
magic. If you guys get eliminated tomorrow, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that Manchester United are gonna win the FA Cup. I'm sorry for that.
Oh my gosh.
To win, bro.
Everton will win the FA Cup, guys.
They have to get through Crystal
Wigan.
Palace first. I don't know, man. I don't see us winning the FA Cup. It'd be cool if we did,
Is,
but
is Swansea City still in the FA Cup?
Come,
Yes,
come
they
Swansea
are.
City.
come back to
Swan-
this, bro. Come
Yeah.
back to this, bro.
Wrexham win the whole thing.
Martial Godo is going to win a hat trick, score a hat trick against Manchester United.
Yes. Is that their top scorer?
And also, Manchester United are going to get a red card in a controversial VAR take.
Yeah, there's no VAR.
There's no VAR yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
Wigan.
Even then, it's still going to happen.
Probably find a way
All
somehow.
right.
Well, that's it for
Yeah.
podcast.
that's it for today. Check out our socials this week for our NFL playoff bracket predictions. Our full bracket with each game pick will be out this week. And don't forget today to like, subscribe the video if you did enjoy your content here with the ZBK podcast. We're going to end this ASAP so we can watch the last 7 minutes and 15 seconds of the Miami Dolphins game. Buffalo's winning 21-14 right now. So if you like the content, make sure you like and subscribe. Tell somebody you love them. AJ, Josh, I love you both. It's been a pleasure as always recording with you. We will see you in the next episode.